Has it been a good week so far?
Yeah, it's been a good week. Obviously, this time of year, it's getting in the Champions Cup and two big games for us coming up. So it's been a couple of tough days of training, but hopefully we'll ease down in training the next couple of days and get ready for the game.
And Craig, did you have much of a break at the weekend? Obviously, a tricky game on Friday night against the Dragons. Have you had much of a chance to recover after that?
Yeah, I mean, we got back pretty late on Friday after the game. I didn't get into bed till about 2 in the morning, and it was a pretty physical encounter. Obviously, it went right to the edge, and fortunately came back with just the draw, but still a bonus point try. So yeah, I just spent the weekend really just relaxing and recovering. You know, I was pretty stiff after that game.
Yeah. Did either of you two see the basketball?
Yeah,
on Saturday. You were there on Saturday?
Yeah.
Sweet. What did you think?
It was good. Yeah. Obviously, I watched a bit of basketball. It's not like the highest standard. It wasn't the highest standards like I've seen, but it was good to have something like that in Belfast. And if you get like bigger schools next time, it'd be class.
You're looking for a job in punditry in basketball?
Well,
not the highest standard,
if
but
you
know,
go do it, I'll do it.
But it was cool to see the atmosphere as well. I think there were about 9,000 people there over the course of the.
Yeah, I only went on
event.
Saturday, but yeah, it was a good crowd there. Probably 5,000 there on Saturday, and yeah, everybody seemed to be enjoying it.
And a score with 3 seconds basically to go on the clock. A pretty scintillating finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 1.9. The guy made the shot. And
yeah,
it was probably the best shot any had made in that whole game. So yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Did you guys get much time to maybe go and see some other sports in your downtime?
Yeah, we generally do. Yeah, there's always some sort of contact that would look after us, and they're very good at emailing, you know, Ulster Rugby for like the boxing, for example, for Framptons. I think it's MTK Global. They got in touch and provided us a lot of tickets for Frampton's fight, which was pretty cool. And you know, there's the golf and stuff. The Rory McIlroy Foundation, they hosted the Irish Open, you know, and they usually pretty good with that. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of giving and taking. So everyone's pretty generous to us.
Yeah. What other sports would you say you're into, Stu?
I think most things, to be honest. Obviously Premiership, then the basketball, and then NFL this time of year as well. Yeah, me and sort of Dave Shanahan are really into American sports. No one else really gets it, but we'll chat about it all day if anybody wants to listen.
He's
great
on himself here. He's a good golfer as well. Absolutely smashes his drive in the golf course.
I saw Tiger was back there today. I was watching that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see it the other day?
I didn't actually watch it, no, but there was a lot of hype about him being back.
It's a Tiger effect. Everybody starts watching golf again with Tiger's back.
That's it. Absolutely.
See him. He could be hitting absolutely awful, but you'd be watching it.
Yeah, and non-golf fans as well, thinking I have to watch this because Tiger's back. He just brings that hype, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You get people like that who just bring that hype to the sport.
I suppose it's like that, for like Rory McIlroy, like everybody here watches, but for Tiger, it's like everyone all around the world. It's like, oh, we'll watch Tiger play. Whereas it's just in Northern Ireland, everybody's like, oh, watch Rory.
Better if Rory's not listening to this podcast.
Don't know if he will be.
You want to play for Ulster again?
See a knock at your door tomorrow.
Yeah.
The American sports though have really had a big impact over here. I suppose for many years people have followed the NFL and followed things like baseball as well, but certainly in the last few years it seems to have just really taken off here, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean they started a American football team over here, didn't they? I forget the name. A couple of years ago, I saw that was sort of to get up and running, but I don't think it ever really took off. And then of course we've got the Belfast Giants, which is going well. I'd be quite friendly with Adam Keefe, who used to play, now coaches them. So I mean, he's another example. He sorts a lot of the guys out with tickets to come and watch the Giants play, and vice versa. He would sort a few boys through us to come watch the rugby. So it's pretty good, and it's always good fun to go and watch them. It's a bit different. It's a different sport, you know. It means we can just relax and just watch instead of having to worry about all the detail that they're going into, like we have to do on a Friday night at Kingspan.
Bit refreshing, I suppose, in that sense.
Yeah.
Do you think rugby can have that effect over there as well? I know it's growing certainly in the US, but do you think we'll see some sort of similar effect to the way US sports are over here?
I don't know. Their market's pretty condensed with like sports, isn't it? There's obviously they have football trying to break in there, then they have their big three: the baseball, the basketball, and American football. So it'll be tough to break. If you get any, even if you got like a small chunk of the market trying to get into rugby, it'd be great. I think I've seen there's a few teams out there. Obviously, I think was it Houston Strikers? Sam Windsor went to play for.
Yeah. Sam Windsor,
yeah, he's coaching there now.
Seattle Saracens too.
Seattle Saracens, yeah. So yeah, if you get in there at all, but I don't know if it'll have. Obviously, those brands are massive. The sort of NBA.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's not quite. Rugby's not quite there yet. I think Premiership football's just starting to try to break into America. So yeah, if we get anywhere near that in 20 odd years, I can be happy.
And too late for us.
It'll be too late for us. Yeah.
You got to cash in now.
Yeah, have to keep going. And
we're trying to get over to California to play for a few years. Like, come on, guys, hurry up.
Have to keep beating the All Blacks in Chicago every couple of years. Maybe that will raise the profile even more. Some news today. Some good news for Ulster. Jordy Murphy having signed for 2 years. What a player he is for Leinster.
Yeah, Jordy's class player. He's performed time and time again for Leinster and Ireland, obviously. I know Jordy, he was my year 20s.
Yep.
So I've known him for quite a while now, and it'd be great to see him up as well. Yeah, I think John Cooney's as well is looking for a bit more company up here. So yeah, that'll be good.
And prop Marty Moore as well coming up here.
Yeah.
So,
obviously, just remember him really from his. We played him obviously early in the year. He was on the bench for us, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was great when he was over at Leinster, and obviously he's enjoyed his time over in England, but he wants to get back and hopefully compete for an Ireland shirt. So yeah, it'd be good to have him. Good to have more strength and depth.
Yeah, Craig, is it good to be back playing again after obviously an annoying start to the season for you?
Yeah, it is. If it's so good to be back playing again, it's after the pre-season that we had, it was just really, really enjoyable. You know, with the new coaches coming in, and I really enjoyed the pre-season and the training and the new plays and the group of players and staff that we had. So it was really frustrating for me to come out of that pre-season feeling 100%. You know, probably the best nick I've been in, and then to get sidelined for 10 weeks. But I got myself through that and stayed positive, and yeah, it's great to be back playing now.
Yeah, no, he's in horrible nick again, but at least he's playing.
Stay away from guilt trip, the donuts. Yeah. Stu's just smashed about 4 before we came here.
Oh really?
Yeah. Keep you going today's train, you know. We need to keep the weight on.
Keep you going for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
You burn all the calories in the morning and then guilt trip in the afternoon.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying to myself for about 6 months anyway.
That's the same as me without the intense training. So it's and Stu, how was your experience in the autumn internationals as well recently with Ireland?
Yeah, it was good. It was good to get another cap. Obviously, would have liked to play more, but it was my first time playing the Aviva, so that was an experience, and it was obviously good to scrape the win in the end. I think Fiji are a good side, and they're ranked ahead of Argentina in the world now, so I don't think people give them the credit they deserve sometimes.
Tough. Yeah.
A few big boys there, and I think they showed that for some of the game.
I was what they're watching, and it looked very, very physical. And Joe Schmidt has made no bones about the fact that he's looking ahead to the France opener in the Six Nations. Going to be a tough one away in Paris. What do you think the two of you? What do you feel the two of you need to do to be in contention for that squad as we look ahead to the Six Nations?
It's a long way away, you know, and
yeah,
I suppose we have a lot of games up until then, and try not to look too far ahead. For me personally, I just want to stay fit and injury free and play well for Ulster, and hopefully that can take care of itself and put my hand up for Irish selection. And it's certainly my position. It's definitely a competitive place at the minute. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot that can happen in between then in terms of form and injury. So just got to keep the head down and work hard and trust that'll take care of itself.
Absolutely.
I think looking at it now, maybe 5-6 years ago there wasn't the strength and depth there is now in Ireland. Like I think we look at most of the backs positions, and there's guys 5 or 6 deep who are all competing for the positions. Not you've got one starter now, and there's maybe one guy that could fill in his role. I think there's way more strength and depth, and especially wing and centre. There seemed to be no centres about 3 years ago, and now they come out of the years. Everyone wants to be a centre apparently.
Dundee AK as well, you know, another name that's come through the ranks too. It's exciting to see though, isn't it? Just
no, it is good.
You know,
obviously you'd love to be playing more, but it's good for Irish rugby. There's more.
I know it seems to be in international rugby. You have either a very lean period of resources, or you've got everyone jumping at the bit to try and get a spot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, been getting some questions on Twitter and Facebook actually today as well from some listeners. Tom wants to know, if you had to live in another country, where would it be?
Probably be America for me. I'd love to live there. It depends what I was doing. Obviously, if there was a rugby team out there or something. Yeah, probably America or California direction.
Yeah, suppose we should have guessed from before.
Yeah, answered it already.
You have. Yeah, exactly.
I'd be similar. Probably America. Yeah, I've done a few. Been to a few different states. Now, and yeah, I love it. It's like each state's like a different country. You know, it's a weird and wonderful place, but Yeah, it's amazing. Somewhere I'd love to go would be Australia. I haven't been there. I've heard that's very good.
Yes.
Good weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, America or Australia.
And Australians being sport loving as well, they just love it. It seems like, in terms of sport, it seems like a lot of our sports people here in Northern Ireland, maybe as a result of it being quite a small place, seem to be quite familiar with each other and seem to be in touch and so on. Is that something you guys find? I know you were saying, Craig, about Adam Keefe, but the likes of Rory and Carl Frampton and these guys, it seems to be quite a close-knit community in that sense. In a way, I
think obviously you have the big dogs like Carl Frampton and Rory. I think they seem quite friendly. I don't know. I think they'd always go to the games and the sports. I wouldn't know them to talk to. I should say hello if they're at a game or something. But
yeah.
I don't know what it's like for you, but I don't know. I think everyone supports each other. I would always. I think everyone stays very like sporting. But
come to the games when they can. Yeah. They're not touring the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just a slightly different level almost. So it's easier for Rory to fly about and see everyone.
Yeah,
he's friendly with most sportsmen. It seems like I see him at basketball
seems like
games.
That, yeah.
He seems to love it. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was at the Connacht game a couple of seasons ago at Christmas. He had the carrot jug. That was probably the last time. No, there was one after that actually. Yeah, big supports us like.
Went that night out after him.
Surprised you remember that, Steve.
It's 2 years ago, I suppose. So yeah, I wouldn't really.
Move on from there. Well, the two boys are in with their bobble hats on today. Are you looking forward to Christmas? It's a new addition to the kit.
Yeah, we always have a bobble hat each year. Yeah, I quite like this one. It'll be good. I think everybody looks forward to Christmas.
Yeah,
I think it's just getting the presents sorted now. Try not to leave it all the last minute like I usually do. I'm pretty organised for me.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you've got one or two things so far?
Two
things.
My girlfriend organises most of the family stuff, and I just give her some money to pay for it.
It's going to say you can be cautious with your answers
here. I'm organised.
Slash all the money.
No.
It's good this year. We've got a bit of a break. We've got that game on the 23rd against Connacht away, and then I don't think we're on again until the 1st.
Yeah, I know it's
against Munster.
You don't really get that.
That's kind of rare for us. We usually have a game in and around Christmas, sometimes actually Boxing Day.
Yeah.
And then on New Year's as well. So there's a bit more of a gap this year, so it means we can relax a bit more, and it's more that just sort of that mental stress of being able to switch off. Certainly in Christmases in the past, I've always sort of been thinking about the games that are coming up.
Yeah.
But I think we can relax a bit more.
Did we play Connacht last year on Boxing Day?
Yeah.
So you can't really enjoy your Christmas dinner as much.
No.
You can't really get stuck into all the food as much.
You can enjoy your Christmas dinner, you just can't enjoy all like the celebrations and everything else. The heroes.
The old beverage.
The roses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
That's what, yeah. Oh, we know. What about at the club itself? Do you do like a Secret Santa sort of thing with the guys? I can imagine that would be quite amusing with certain individuals.
Got a bit out of hand last year, I think.
What?
It's probably canned this year.
They got out of hand. No,
depends who you get.
I got a wig because obviously I had like a bald patch, but thankfully it's grown back. Not just I used the wig for a while, but no.
And that wasn't the worst.
No, definitely was not the worst. There's only some people are really nice though. Some people buy actual like nice presents, and you're like, oh, that's really good. You're sort of hoping for that.
Yeah.
And then I got my present, and it was a wig. I think it was just a big long black wig, and I was like, oh, brilliant.
But it can be quite awkward when you're in a group, as you say, and you open your present, it's something very nice from someone else. You're like, oh, thank you so much, and the room kind of goes a bit quieter because everyone's expecting something
funny,
very funny, or
like
taking the mick.
Gillies was really good. Like he actually used his. This is go and get a fake tan, just spray tan. So he actually got at least he got hair dye out of it. Or like one way use a wig for it.
It was actually laser hair removal.
Oh, was it?
And it was fake. Rory Best got it. It was a consultation for laser hair removal.
A consultation,
and,
not even in itself, but a consultation.
Yeah, it was like, this is all taken care of. Just speak to so and so. Here's the number. Luckily, I never called it up because I found out like it must have been about 10 months later that Bestie had just gone online and printed this off, and it was a load of crap and it was fake. So thankfully I didn't call, but that's the kind of stuff that you get in there. They're sharks, like they smell blood.
Oh, there is.
Go after you.
I can imagine the likes of Darren Cave, for example, would probably come up with some funny ideas for presents.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, you need to be careful with what you get.
It depends
who
you're getting for. I think if you have like some personal jokes with them, there's always something funny you can have. But like if it's someone in the squad maybe you're not as friendly with, sometimes you just get them something, end up getting something nice. It's like, oh, you can have that. I don't know what Kiwis. I can't remember any Kiwis got.
I don't know.
Normally, if they're quite bad as well, no one lets on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No charity Christmas singles or anything like that planned, or anything like that for.
Not after Gilly's red nose one about 7 years
I wasn't going to mention that. I was not going to say anything about that, but of course we'll bring it up again.
The comic relief. What was it? Butterflies. Yeah. I don't think we're ever allowed to do anything again.
That still lingers around. It comes up every like year or so. Someone finds it. It's like, have you seen this? I was like, yeah, I have seen this.
I was an 18-year-old coming through. I think I have a bit of an excuse. Paul Marshall was like 28 at the time of filming, and he was getting into it. He
was.
Shame on him.
Yeah. I've got a question from Michael here. He wants to know a bit more of a rugby question. This one: what will it take to get back to the sort of play that gets you into contention for Europe and gets you back into playoffs? Because of course it's been a tricky month or two with some of the results. The La Rochelle one away and Leinster at home and so on. So Michael's wanting to know what you guys feel you need to do to get back to that sort of clinical form.
I think we've got a good squad there. I think just getting a lot of the guys back fit. I think obviously JP's been out for a while, and Marcel, they're two big guys for a squad. And
Jean.
Yeah, there's Jean as well. And other guys for other reasons are missing. And yeah, I think we're just missing a lot of key guys.
Yeah.
And I think like, if you're picking a team at the start of the year and you're picking your strongest team, those guys would have been in there. And I think any squad would miss them. And I think people sometimes forget that there's guys that maybe wouldn't have been starting at the start of the year starting now. And they're doing a good job, but
yeah,
it's obviously good to have a full squad.
Yeah, well, it doesn't get any tougher than back-to-back against Harlequins in the Champions Cup starting this Sunday away.
Yeah, and I think we're still doing well, and I think we've only lost one home game.
One home game. I think we've lost three games.
Yeah, I mean, and there's no givens in this league anymore.
No,
as opposed to when I first started. There was certainly a couple of teams that you're guaranteed at least a win here, maybe the bonus point, and I think especially after the weekend, like Rodney Parade, it's a really tough place to go. Dragons have recruited well, they still are, and yes, that we could have got the win, but to come away with the draw and to score the bonus point try, it was good, and I think people can take more positives than negatives as well. I think sometimes we just focus on the negatives, and I think we do have a good squad, even with a few injuries out. And I think if the fans to support us and get behind us, it can really help.
I think when you look at teams like Joubert and Treviso, how much they've come on, I think maybe the last couple of years, maybe they've only won 4 or 5 games between them the whole year, and now I think everybody is like a lot more competitive than they were a few years ago anyway. And I think. Like you look at Dragons, they obviously target their home games, and a lot of their away games they don't bring their strongest team to, and that's the sort of plan they've went with, and it's going like they're going better this year than they have it before. So fair play to them. Yeah,
people should maybe be a bit more respectful, perhaps, to the underdogs in certain games, or realise that, of course, as you say, that teams can recruit well, or they can have certain plans that work for certain places too.
Yeah, I think just the other teams are trying to win as well and trying to do well.
Zebra against Connacht, of course. That was a great result there.
I know. No, that's it's very competitive, and you have to bring your A game every week. So
Yeah. In terms of being competitive, Siobhan wants to know if there's a lot of rivalry between the forwards and the backs in the squad. Would you say there is a bit of banter there? No, the healthy, obviously, competitive rivalry.
Just before captain's practice, probably we'll have a game of touch. Have a game of touch, backs versus forwards. Apart from that, everyone's pretty tight knit, pretty close.
I don't know who was walking. I was walking over to one of the forwards today, and we obviously split into backs and forwards for 20 minutes. And I was just saying to the forwards, I wouldn't want to be going over and scrumming for 20 minutes.
No, I couldn't think of anything worse. Get me a job somewhere else rather
than
go over
scrum and maul for 20-25 minutes, and the backs will do. Obviously, we have to do our starters, and that's important,
of course.
But and our hair.
But it's doing
fake tan and stuff. Yeah,
I don't think it's as physically demanding as setting up about 10 scrums. So I think I picked the right position. So
Jono gets really upset.
Oh, really?
Over at us, and we're all singing and dancing. And the forwards have just spent half an hour mauling each other.
Come over in mud like down their face and all the back, like laughing as we come over to do the team huddle.
Well, if you had to be a forward, if you were told tomorrow for a game you're going to have to be in the pack, where would you choose? Which position do you think?
6. Yeah, 6.
6?
Yeah.
Number 8.
Kelly? Number 8?
Yeah.
I think we do a job there.
Well,
Back there will be all right.
I suppose the speed in the back row. The speed in the back row. I suppose you've obviously got that speed from being in the back, so it might help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always jokes made in the backs about me going to the forwards. So
Do you think many of them would do well?
Get me out.
We had to put him with the forwards one year. We did the BJJ with the Gracie Baja. Is it the jiu-jitsu school?
Yeah, Gracie Barra.
Gracie Baja. And yeah, it was backs and forwards because obviously size and strength difference. So when we did the Shark Tank, it was a lot of wrestling and we couldn't deal with Big Stu, so they had to put him with the forwards because he was too strong for us. Yeah.
This is true, yeah. I enjoy it. I did fight to stay. That's the one time I actually fought to stay with the backs. It's like, no, I'll stay. Honestly.
Please, no, please.
Don't put me there.
Well, to flip it on its head, what about the forwards? How many of them do you think would do well in the backs? Do you think there's some of them who could do a job?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think there's a couple. Reedy, I think. Sean Reedy could definitely do the job.
Very skillful.
Maybe in the centre, perhaps?
Yeah, stick him at 12, 13.
John Andrews pretty agile.
John Andrew would be good.
He's sort of modern day hooker.
Scrum half against John in school. We both were 9s in fourth year per se, but yeah, John played in those positions. Nick Timoney, you could put Nick in the wing, like.
Yeah.
Nick's got pace. Yeah.
Oh, he's
very
rapid.
fast.
He is rapid.
Yeah.
Powerful boy.
I think that'll be about it though.
Yeah.
Is it difficult to get some of them to do sprint sessions? Is it perhaps some of the forwards, or is it?
I don't know. There's guys that definitely have the skill. It's just the pace, and I think you'd maybe struggle.
We'll not name any names. We'll leave it at that. Have you heard of our super? We're running a competition in which we're giving a lucky listener the chance to go down to the Harlequins game at home next Friday. Couldn't have picked a better game, I think, and have the chance to do a bit of reporting and so on from the ground. It's a class opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah. Be great. Are they going to sit up with you guys and do it?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, going to do. It's more sort of reporting and a bit of analysis during the game. So I mean, they're getting great access, tunnel access up in the press area. Get to speak to one or two players and that sort of thing. So it's great to get that interaction with the fans, isn't it?
That'd be great.
Be interesting.
Yeah, get them down the tunnel.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting what they're like in real life.
Yeah, because it seems
instead of behind a keyboard.
Of course.
It'll be interesting to see when the pressure's on how people deal with that, and it'll be a good insight. Yeah,
of course. Do you think any of the boys in the squad would make very good commentators? Some of the boys are perhaps a bit more verbose than others.
I think Cavy's done a bit. Trimby does a bit.
No, those boys are.
But they're not great. Obviously, more looking at us for the insight.
We're more TVs.
We're more TV. To be honest, we're lost. Our talents are lost in the radio.
So what you're saying is you're not available for the Harlequins game at home next week.
hopefully not. But if you need me, I could be there. No, I think a few boys would be good.
I thought Tommy was very good.
Tommy would be very good.
Six Nations.
Yeah.
Last Six Nations was the one before. He did a game.
Oh yes, I saw that one.
Thought he was good. It's always good with someone with a bit of personality who's not too serious and can have a bit of a laugh as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a bit of character there.
They also have a bit of rugby knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they're talking about a bit, but it's more chat to be honest. So Tommy would be great.
Yeah. No, of course. It'll be an interesting couple of games for sure. One of my buddies, in fact, is both a Quins fan and an Ulster fan, so he's over here as a student. Yeah. Pick a side, and he's going to have a difficult one to. I think to pick a well, probably an easier one when they're here. Yeah, exactly.
For the London game.
That's it. Yeah, he's not going to that one, but otherwise you could say to him to switch his sides. But no, he's definitely an Ulster man, I think.
Yeah, happy enough either way.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, we can decide after the match.
Absolutely, yes.
Whoever's won, you just go for them.
Pick that one. And looking a bit further ahead, do you boys have any New Year's resolutions? Perhaps it will fly in the next few weeks, won't it?
I haven't thought about it.
Not really. I don't really set a New Year's resolution.
Yeah, some get really into it, don't they? And then sort of a week later, just tapers out.
Mm-hmm.
Other people just say
all those people that get the gym memberships and stop going after 2 weeks,
or the diet sort of plans, and then after a few days go, I'll just have a day off, and then another day off.
All these gym adverts you have going on around Christmas, like New Year's resolutions, get you all into that. That's it.
People always talk the talk, but you never actually see someone like. How long do they stick it out for?
Was
or
it
whatever?
Not Kyler? Did Kyler start doing Call? Did he just start doing the chocolate as New Year's resolution?
Yes.
He said he hasn't had chocolate for years.
Chocolate in I think 15 years maybe.
I think Zach's the same as brother Zach. When they were both in a couple of months ago for the podcast, they said that they haven't had chocolate for years and years.
Yeah. He has to make some exceptions because there's obviously like chocolate protein in the gym.
Yeah.
And he says that's fine, but I've never seen him.
Can't go completely without it.
Yeah.
Something else to look forward to in the next few weeks as we approach 2018, as scary as it sounds, is Sports Personality of the Year, and we have Jonathan Ray, of course, from Ballyclare, up for that award. It's pretty exciting there, isn't it? He's had a great year.
Oh yes, I saw on Twitter the other day he was up for it. Yeah, it'd be great to see him win it, or even get second or third.
Yeah.
Who else is up for it this year?
The likes of, Anthony Joshua's the favourite, heavyweight, and Johnny Peacock as well, the Paralympian and Olympian, and it'd be fantastic to see. Johnny
he's been
Ray.
Unbelievable. Is it three in a row? World Championships,
absolutely.
Unbelievable. I mean, that time I did that thing with Glenn Irwin.
Ducati.
That was just being on the bike and then going on the back with him just to see what those guys are up against, and that the machine that they're on is just it's scary. Like, so
how fast? I heard about it. Hannah said you're doing it, but
when I was on it, I was going easy, taking it easy, and on the straight it got up to about 110, which is feels fast enough in a car, but when you're on a bike, it's something else. And
shuddering around.
Glenn got up to I think about 140, and that was with me on the back, and it was just it was frightening, but it was an unbelievable experience. It's funny. Glenn, he said that he still wouldn't get on a rugby pitch with us guys.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, I just couldn't understand it. The speed that he's going around corners at, and the protection that he has, or lack of protection.
I always find it crazy the road motorcycle, like the proper ones up around Northwest.
Northwest is
that's what Glenn won last year.
Yeah, that just scares me. Like,
had a great time of it.
I can see on a track where there's a bit of a runoff. There's like a brick wall beside you.
I know.
You're going past it at 100 miles an hour.
I know. Yeah. It's I suppose it just shows the impact of having a comfort zone. If you've done something from yay high when you're really young and you're just used to it, whereas him thinking about getting on a rugby pitch, he's like, no, I would never do that. It's maybe the thing.
Whereas I suppose running the Rodney as fast as you can probably pretty scary as well.
And Rodney's still smiling away, of course. Yeah. Stu,
sorry, Bruce.
Just laughing over your corpse.
Well, hopefully not. Boys, it's been an absolute pleasure having you in. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
And best luck next week, of course, against Quins. And look forward to hopefully having you in again down the line.
Yeah, as always.
Cheers.
Happy to come.